Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Project Ozone. So I'm going to start off by saying I didn't get as much done as I was hoping due to two things. First up, I had a lot of real life stuff come up this weekend that I was busy with. And then, in addition, I had been holding off to update the pack until I released the world download. Just because it's a little bit easier on me, because I have to basically dump my inventory and I have to remember to do that before I log off, and then I can update. Because in the past few updates I've had issues with stuff in my inventory getting wiped. And for some reason that final update that was released gave me so much headache. I had so many issues updating, like missing files from the update and just a lot of crashes and bugs, and finally got it all sorted. Okay, so I didn't get a whole lot of time for building within this series. I did manage to get us up to 10, 10, 10 nether essence seeds. So I've got the 6 that we have right here up and growing. I've got a agricraft farming station. I got all that set up. And we're starting to generate some nether stars. So basically right there is where I'm going to build the building. Now if we need additional nether stars, which we probably will, we're going to set up a spot on Ceres, but I figure we'll go ahead and start our smaller scale, kind of like what we've done with everything else, and then if we need to expand it, we'll add it onto Ceres. Because getting all this awakened draconium is going to take, it's going to take a little bit, but hopefully after today, there's something I want to do a little bit later in the episode, and maybe we'll have that sorted enough to where we're starting to get a lot more souls. Because as it stands right now, we're only really getting souls from that one diamond spike whenever the mobs hit it. There's a chance for us to get a soul. I would like to make that chance a bit better this episode. And actually, out of curiosity, do we have the enchantment for that? Has it been getting that? No, it looks like we have not been getting that enchantment. Aha, okay. But anyways, today, the primary thing that I want to work on for the majority of the episode is getting some of this stuff squared away so that we actually unlock some of these quest tabs that we're actually spending all of our time working within. Because like right now, like we've got the Philosopher's Stone stuff, but we do not have Draconic Evolution unlocked. We also do not have Avaritia unlocked. Okay, we've already finished some of these quests, but we have not unlocked these. And the reason being is we're going to have to work a little bit through Zeta. So first up, we pretty much have to work through this whole quest here. Okay, the ZBQ7, they want us to get one of these, and that is just Mystic Quartz, Mangaloy, Nether Stars. I'm fairly certain we've got a fair few Nether Stars. 63 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and, what is it, QB, set this back to synchronized. Alright, so it was like QBD, QDB? I don't know. Let me check this real quick. ZBQ, that's what it was. ZBQ. Okay, it would appear that we have no Mangaloy or Mystic Quartz. That's fine. Let me get 40 Mangaloy. That'll be fine. And I have noticed that since this update, for the most part, like right now I'm kind of getting a little bit of lag, but for the most part my FPS in this area was a bit better. Right now it's kind of making a liar out of me, but it was a bit better up until now. So while we're waiting on that Mystic Quartz, let's go ahead and get ourselves some book and quills. Just like that. Yeah, give me like 20 books. Or, no, not even book and quills. I don't know what I'm thinking. Just standard books. And what I want to do is I want to do just a little bit of enchanting. Okay. We have 1,222 levels. Okay. Because I want to get the enchantment from Draconic Evolution. I know we have it on the Diamond Spike. We could pull it off. That's an option. But I'd just as well enchant a new one. Now, the question is, do I still have my enchanter? But we do have our stuff for our ZBQD, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. Let me actually just shift it in here. ZBQ. Let's get one of those. There we go. And now we can turn in this quest. We'll go ahead and claim the reward. And the next quest, they want us to get a qubit crystal. This is PRCs. I think our system knows how to make those already. Let's take a look. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and order like 10 of those. That's fine. There we go. And the qubit... is that not right? Okay, have we taught our system how to make ender crystals? We have not. Okay, so that's just ender pearl and redstone ran through the item fabricator. I'm going to go ahead and teach it that recipe. So we'll say ender pearl and redstone, and then we'll go make one of these real quick. I had to pull out this titanium and nether quartz. It was making something and I interrupted it. I think it's making PRCs right now. I mean, it shows it in the recipes. Ender pearl, redstone makes that. Huh. It'll make that. I have no clue. I have no clue why it would do that. Can I tell you what? I'm going to try making another item fabricator just for like personal use and see if we can craft it then. If not, I really don't know what we're going to do. Item fabricator. And we're just going to plug this up downstairs. Right there. We'll throw this stuff in it. See, it starts running. No problem. Okay. And then... now it makes it. What in the world? Is it... unless maybe it was because it was run... Let me try something. I think I know what it could be. I think the item fabricator, if you pull the item out, because I pulled that titanium and quartz out, I think that messes it up. Maybe? This is just a guess. I mean, it has been a while since I've messed with QuantumFlux a whole lot, so that is very much a possibility. Let me order like 10 ender shards, and we'll see what happens. There's the redstone and the ender pearls. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. Alright, so I just need to not pull items out of there. That's not a problem. Okay, so we've got that. Now, what we were trying to make a qubit crystal. Okay, so paradots, PRCs, we should have all of that. Looks like we do not. Oh wait, it's the, is it the 500 that we need for that? Or something? 300s. Okay, our system should have PRCs. Oh, they're 100s. Okay, we need to upgrade those. Takes, PRC 100s, and then this stuff here. Not really expensive. Let me teach you the quick recipe here. For some reason I was thinking we had the 300s automated, but we do not. Okay, so PRC 300. There you go. Man, I love this, like, FPS. Yeah. Okay. And we'll throw that into there. And we should be able to order... really only need, like, 4 PRC 300s. So there you go. And then I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and just teach this. Some of the stuff we've been making. I don't know why I'm not teaching this stuff as a recipe. So there's the ZBQ. We'll also teach it the... what is it? I could have swore it was qubit crystal. Oh, QUI bit crystal. Okay. My bad. Anyways, we'll go ahead and grab those. God. When you open up this, you get like a whopping 5 FPS or something. It's not so bad when you go into anything else, but man, that AE system is a laggy mess right now. Okay. And we'll grab ourselves a chance cube. We do have a good bag with a dirt chest, and we have a greater bag with longfall boots and aerial faithplate. Okay. So next up, they want us to get an energized crystal. This is mystic quartz, sapphire. You need the PRC 500. We are going to have to get that real quick. And of course we'll go ahead and automate it. Might as well. It does require diamond lattice, which I am probably going to have to teach it how to make that. I think. Do I have diamond lattice? Okay, no, I have not automated that so far. Let me go ahead and order one of these PRC 300s because we're going to have to upgrade it into the 500. Diamond lattice. Here's the recipe. We've got some on hand, which is fine, but we'll teach it this recipe. Go ahead and grab one of those. And it's the energized crystal. Okay. And most of the stuff is pretty straightforward and not anything that we really have to go out of our way to do anything with. I think it's mainly just automation and recipes at this point, but there we go. Energized crystal. And claim that reward. And we got another greater bag with anti-builders and anti-builders. And then fabrication, the item fabricator, already did that. It's kind of funny that that's there because like the amplification crystal, the iron casing, let's see. Yeah, it's like right here, the amplification crystal. Or no, not that, I'm sorry. The ZBQs and stuff, this requires the item fabricator. So, I'm not sure the point of having that so far in. Okay, the advanced circuit. Don't we already have one of these? Or have I only taught it the standard? No, advanced circuit right here. Let me order one of these. Because we had to use this for something a while back. And then while we're waiting, let's see, the imaginary crop growth. That's the imaginary time block. This isn't too bad, but it does require that compressed Gaia. So I'm not going to touch this right now. I mean, I could go farm the Gaia Guardian, but honestly, I'm not that worried about it. This does have an EMC value, so we might imaginary time block some crops later on. Now, there's also this, the cubic cluster things, or the, yeah, cubic cluster. I'm going to go ahead and try to automate these in. Oops, I need the, there we go, level 1. What am I missing? Iron casings? Okay. We really don't have to do this quest right this second, but kind of while we're waiting for stuff to get crafted, we might as well do it. So there's that one. And okay, our advanced circuit is done, so I'm going to go ahead and snag that. There we go, we'll take that. Next up is the eviscerator. Dig all the things, except this thing is kind of slow. Takes a eviscerator head and 2 eviscerator rods. Battlesuit plate, nether star. Battlesuit plate is mangaloid, titanium, energized crystals. That makes 2. And then the rods, ooh, a bunch of battlesuit plates for that. Okay, so let's teach it how to make battlesuit plates. Because I believe going forward we're actually going to need a fair few of these. There you go, there's the recipe. I'm going to throw all this stuff into here. That into there. Okay, and for our battlesuit plates, let's go ahead and order. Really, we're going to want a bunch of these. I'm going to go ahead and order like 30 for now. Because we're going to have to use that for our battlesuit stuff here in just a moment as well. Which I'm not for sure if this armor would come out to be better. Battlesuit chest plate. Upgrade token. That's not expensive. Feather. Okay. Because they're going to want us to make the battlesuit armor. This stuff requires flux infused or dark solarium jet plate. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to have to make the top tier jet plate, actually. But most of the stuff requires, like, the flux infused or the dark leggings. Dark leggings really aren't that bad. Flux infused, honestly, that's a little bit more expensive, considering we have dark steel being farmed. So I'm probably going to go the dark steel route, and we'll get into the dark solarium jet plate. But let's see, is our battle suit stuff done? No, we're still only got 2. What is it making? Oh yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff it has to craft through. Okay, but we got battle suit now. Let me see here. Okay, it's just the eviscerator rod and eviscerator head. Okay, then I'm going to want the eviscerator head. And then 2 eviscerator rods. And then we could just put these together Pow, pow, and get our eviscerator. And that's going to start charging up. And our quest book, we'll go ahead and take this reward bag here. Okay, now we've got 2 good bags. Let's go ahead and open these. We got a tape measure. We've got 4 chance isohedrons. These things never want to stack. And a greater bag with a quantum entropy accelerator. Yeah. That's the thing. If we wanted just a very minute amount of power, we could pump cobble into it. If you recall, we used it for a little while, but that thing's actually got a lot of attack damage. I tell you what, though, honestly, it's probably better. I'm going to see how fast it actually mines. It might be better than having this pick and that other stuff. I mean, I'll keep the pick on me and the sword. Oh, yeah, that's good. I'm going to keep the others on me just because they're not breakable. So if something were to happen and I'm caught out on like a planet or something, I don't have charge, I can always switch to those. But yeah, we'll just use the eviscerator most of the time then. Okay. So next up, they want us to make this stuff here, this battlesuit armor. Basically, we're going to have to upgrade. The Dark Helm is upgraded to VCO. So let me get... Yeah, see, we've got Zavesio here with no infusion. We've got boots here with infusions on them. I had boots originally that didn't have infusion. I can only assume that it... when I lost all my items, I probably lost them. So, anyways, we're going to grab some Zavesio essence, and we'll see about getting this stuff repaired. I have an anvil somewhere, don't I? Or did it break? Oh, right here. Okay. I'm going to need a few levels here. Let me grab this. Throw this down. Let me get like 10 levels or something. Zavesio headpiece. Did it? Okay. Just a visual bug. And the anvil broke. But we have more slightly damaged anvils. Okay. At least we're finally moving out stuff that has durability, which will be nice. 6 levels for that. Okay. There we go. And then can I just straight upgrade this, even though it has that infusion on the one piece? If not, that's really not a big deal, but... Okay, so the helmet, there's the dark helm, the legs, let me see. The dark leggings. There we go. The dark boots, these are the ones I'm not sure about. And then there's a way to remove infusions, isn't there? Okay, it looks like there is no way to remove the infusions. So we're going to have to craft a new set of Zavesio boots. Imperial boots, Crucio, Axio, Spectre, Titanium, Diamond. What kind of boots do I have access to? We'll start there. Iron boots. Awesome. Okay, we're up to steel boots. Next up is Zanite. I hate making all this armor on here sometimes. Especially when I had the boots. But, whatever. I think Jade is the next one that we need. Yep. At least I've got all this stuff on hand. I mean... The Gravitite, the Enchanted Gravitite is the only thing. Okay, we do have it, so... And then diamond boots. And then to actually get up to these boots. Starting with the Axio, we need the Spectre, titanium boots. Okay, I'm going to have to teach us how to make Magnesio blocks. For our Axio ingots, we're going to need 4 of those. And then we're going to order 4 Crucio ingots, 4 Imperio ingots, 4 Zavesio ingots. Okay. I should just be able to shift click. Where am I? Oh, my Spectre boots are still in this, aren't they? Then Crucio boots. Imperio boots. Zavicio boots. And then we'll get our dark boots. Okay, so we have a full set of dark stuff now. And then what we have to do is for our power armor, or not, it's battle suit. For this stuff, then we're just going to have to put battle suit plates around it for most of the pieces. So, battle suit helmet. There we go. The battle suit chest plate, though, is going to require the dark solarium. That is going to take a little bit more effort to make. And then the battle suit boots. There we go. And now for this, I am going to need 8 battlesuit plates. So let me go ahead and order those. And then we're going to have to actually get our dark solarium. Now there is a quest for this. Oh, this is going to be fun. First up, we need dark solarium ingots. These actually aren't that bad. A couple pulsating crystals, dark steel solarium. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and make like a stack. Pulsating crystals. Let's get 64 of those. That way, I think the craft is going to require more of this stuff than just 2. So that way we have it on hand. We'll just run it through the alloy smelter. I could set up a recipe. Let me say something, though. I don't think dark solarium is really going to be used for much of anything. That sword uses 2. Flight control. I mean, this is mostly all stuff relating to the dark solarium jet plate. The magic core from Bobalicious. That's it. Okay, so I'm not even going to bother automating that. Not really that much reason to do that. Okay, so that one's running. Went ahead and kind of spread this out a little bit here. So I think our dark solarium for this jet plate is taken care of. Now next up we are going to need, we've got that, we've got those. The reinforced glider wings, these take conductive iron plating, which takes silicon plating. We're going to need, how many of this was it? 6. 6 of those. And then of course we've got that part. So we're going to need to run the silicon plating through with conductive iron to get that. And I believe it's, what, a stack, 10 per. So there's that. And I'll just stick this in this alloy smelter for now. That's not going to take all that long for it to run through that stuff. So that part's done, pretty much. The Vibrant Jetpack Armored. I think we have a Vibrant Jetpack lying around somewhere, actually. That I crafted a while back. That's not going to be that hard. We are going to have to run through this stuff. It's just more conductive iron armor plating. So, just like one more, really. So we'll make like one more of this silicon armor plating. Get ourselves like 10 more conductive iron. Yeah, see, it's already finished those. There's that. And let me get some, like 6 pieces of this dark solarium. There's those. Okay. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put the pieces that we have down right here. And then our dark solarium thrusters, these require flight control units. That is empty flight control units with bat souls. That actually shouldn't be too bad to get. We'll get 2 of these. And then a couple soul vials. I might have them on me. Empty soul vials, I'm not for sure. Oh, we need one more soul and we'll have enough for another Ender Dragon. Okay, so let me go see if I can find some bats. Usually I have some hanging around in here because I haven't sorted all the lighting. Of course. That's something I've been meaning to get done for so long. There's one. And then just one more. We now have our bat souls. And I also grabbed our vibrant capacitor. Our vibrant jetpack. So we've got that. For this, we're going to need to do dark steel plating and electrical steel plating. There we go. There's the electrical steel one. There is the dark steel one. And then we'll just apply this to the jetpack. There we go. Armored vibrant jetpack. That goes in the center, right? Okay. And then the thrusters. This is done in the Soulbinder. Go ahead and throw this. That. And let me go get our experience obelisk real quick. There we go. There's 8 levels. And it's like instantaneous. And then 8 more levels. There you go. Okay. So there's that. And then for the rest of the thrusters, we are going to need vibrant thrusters. Not really all that expensive for us at this point. Okay. So vibrant thrusters. Okay, I'm going to need 2 vibrant crystals. Or 4 vibrant crystals. Let's go ahead and order 4 of those. There we go. There's 1, there's 2. And then I think we have everything now for the thrusters. So Dark Solarium thrusters, there's 1. And there's 2. Okay. So the majority of it's done. Now we just have 1 more item left to get. Then we can actually get our battlesuit chest piece. It's terrible. Terrible. Just to unlock a quest tab, more or less. But this armor is pretty good. I'm not for sure, because, I mean, this has, like, 96% damage reduction. I mean, we still got this Avaritia if we find that we like it more. But, okay, we're going to need an octatic capacitor pack, which takes a quadruple layer capacitor pack, double layer capacitor pack, basic capacitor pack. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so basic layer capacitor pack. All I need is the leather strap. There you go. And there you go. First tier is done. Okay, now next up we need the double layer capacitor pack. This stuff, what are we missing? Gold dust. Of course, it would be something random like that. And this should only take a second here. There we go. There is our double layer capacitor pack. That is charging, okay. Then next up we need our quadruple layer capacitor pack. This one requires a pulsating crystal, and we're also going to need a capacitor bank. Pulsating crystal is not a problem. Really, the capacitor bank is not a problem either, but I'm surprised I don't have some lying around. Capacitor bank, that's electrical steel, basic capacitor bank, double layer. Unless I have some lying around, which I don't think so. I think I upgraded all of them. So there's that. We're also going to need the double layer capacitor, and then we just need the capacitor banks. The basic ones, that is conductive iron, basic capacitors, and redstone. So redstone, basic capacitors, conductive iron. It's 2 of those, and we'll set those like that. And we'll get our capacitor bank. Throw that in there. There is our quadruple layer capacitor bank. We're nearly there. We are nearly there. Okay, now for the tier 4. This is our final tier. We're going to need 2 vibrant capacitor banks. That takes vibrant crystals. I think just 1 of those, right? And then I'm just going to steal the vibrant capacitor banks from this. Because now that we have that draconic multi-block, we really don't need these particularly. I've just got to clean all this area up. So many big projects. With this many bases, it's like so many projects. Okay. Now, for our Dark Solarium, we're going to have to put armor on it. And that requires electrical steel armor. That's just conductive iron plating. Okay. And actually, let me go ahead and craft the silicon plating that we need. And then lastly, electrical steel. Woot. Okay. We are nearly done. It's all downhill from here. Let's throw this stuff together. There we go. Throw that. Throw that. Armored octatic capacitor bank. We're going to throw this into here. Bam. Dark Solarium jet plate. Now we do have a quest completed in Delta. Right here. Okay. So there we go. Awesome. And we got an epic reward bag for that. With the liquid compressor. Woo! Okay. Well. Anyways, that's not what we were aiming for. We were actually aiming for... Let me get my battle suit stuff. Throw that in here. Get our Dark Solarium jet plate. Battlesuit chest plate. Awesome. And that completes another quest. In Zeta. Woohoo. And we'll go ahead and grab a reward bag. Now, did this unlock... It did not. I have to continue going until I get the final version, which is fine. They want us to make 4 upgrade tokens. The rest of this is actually really easy to do. Upgrade tokens right here. This is just ZBQs, Nether Stars. We're going to get... let me get a couple more ZBQs here. Like 2 of them. It might actually take a second because it needs Mystic Quartz. That's fine. And we have a reward bag here. It's an epic with a Starfield Creator. These are actually really cool. I'm going to set this up. This is just for looks. But I do actually like this thing a lot. So if we were to set this down, and I'm actually going to put it like right here. Okay, and... Now you'll notice there's like shimmering stars up in the sky. You'll see them kind of pulse and whatnot. And they do look really, really cool. So, that's actually the first reward in a while that I'm like, I would use that. I will totally use that. Okay, let's see if our... Oh, we're still waiting on these things. These things do take a little while. There we go. There we go. And we'll get our last 2 upgrade tokens. And that quest is done. And then lastly, the Power Armor Mark II. This stuff, you just add a upgrade token. That's a Spider Eye. This one is a Feather. Lapis. Redstone. Okay. So there's Redstone. There's Lapis. There's a Feather. Spider, and Spider Eye. They're all on the top quantities. Okay. Spider Eye. Battle suit. Upgrade token. There's that. Chest plate. Feather. Boots. Redstone. Leggings. And that. And there we go. So the chest plate now has flight. The headpiece has visibility. The boots have momentum. And the leggings have strength. Awesome. Awesome stuff. We're going to go ahead and throw this stuff on. It actually looks really cool. That is one reason that I want to kind of rock this, unless we just have to go with the Zavisio stuff. But you'll notice we have night vision, we have speed 3, haste 2, strength 2, water breathing. A lot of good buffs off of that. And actually moving is a lot faster and a lot more fluid now. Like you'll notice, it's not like the Zavisio I can kind of just quickly move and do things. It is a bit of an upgrade. Okay, so we should have completed that quest. Go ahead and grab a reward bag. Now we should have, yep, Lambda and Mu both opened. Okay, now Mu, I believe, is tied to Lambda, but it's probably one of the quests that we completed because that's all Draconic Evolution. So a greater bag, we got 2 diamond apples. Then we have a legendary bag with artifact diamond armor. Okay, alright, awesome. And we'll dump all that in there. The Zavisio, just in case, I'm going to put it in here for the time being. Alright, so all these quests here that we've got done. And now we have everything except for the end simple achievements unlocked. Draconic Evolution, we have 64 Draconium Ingots, take that. We've got Draconic Core, we're going to take that. Wyvern Core, Awakened Core. We've also got Charged Draconium Blocks. And we've got Awakened Draconium Blocks. And technically we've done that, but I guess it did not, it didn't count it that we've killed him again. Mob Souls, we've had those. I don't think I've actually had them in my inventory though at once. Draconic Staff of Power and the Wyvern Armor. What does this stuff take to craft? Battlesuit. Okay, well, we'll get into that stuff later on. And then we got the crystal matrix ingots and the direcrafting table. Awesome. Okay, so we got two basic reward bags from that stuff. Titan and Jukebox, and a Zanite ring. Then we have a good bag with a rotten heart. We got a couple greater bags with Zavicio boots with jump boost, and chunk loader and spot loader. We got 2 epic bags. First up, compact giant chance cube and artifact diamond armor. And then we also have a legendary bag with an ender chest and an ender tank. Awesome. But we did get some new armor out of that. It was a bit of a trek through the armor process. Alright, now next up I want to go for our tier 8 rocket schematic, because in order to get our neutron collectors, we're going to have to basically get to Eris, and we're going to need a tier 9 rocket to do that. So let's head on over to, let's go to Jupiter first, okay? We're going to find a dungeon on Jupiter, because I know you guys mentioned, you guys brought up that all the dungeons spawn on like the same XY coordinates. So all we need to do is find a dungeon here on Jupiter, and then we can get the coordinates and go find that same dungeon then on Neptune. So we'll make things a bit easier. It's just a matter of finding one. I tell you what, I could probably pull... I'm not sure that we'll be able to locate one with this map. Oh yeah, it doesn't have the Terra... whatever option it is. I cannot recall. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to fly around for a minute. If it had that one option that's present in 1.10, wouldn't be so bad. Okay, time to see if this works. We are at negative 853 by negative 468. And that's where a dungeon entrance is. So let's go ahead and teleport over to Neptune. And we're going to head for that location and see if it's if there's a dungeon in those coordinates. If so, if this works, that like really simplifies space exploration. And I am quite curious. But it definitely helps for like Neptune, where the planet's all covered in liquid and it's so difficult to see. So this chest piece has pretty good movement speed, I have to say. I actually quite like this armor. Okay, it was 853. I need to go a bit more in this direction. 853, 468. 853, 468. So, yeah, that's where, this is where it should be. I actually think that does not work. No, for sure. Looks like there's a lot of mobs down here, so we'll find out in just a moment. Maybe it's just that dungeon entrance is not in the same spot or something. That is also a possibility. Okay. It's looking like that's not the case at all. Yes, that is not the case. So dungeons are not on the same XY coordinates. I'm actually kind of curious where all these mobs are spawning, though. It's got to be higher than us. Because I should be... Well, I don't know. I'm, like, right on them. Okay. Just a cave. Alright, so it looks like it is manual searching for Neptune. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Alright, so give me just a bit. I'm going to look around on Neptune. See if I can find this dungeon. I'll give it a bit anyways. We actually have water breathing now, so that's good. But yeah, so anyways, I'll be back hopefully pretty soon. Fingers crossed. Okay, at long last I have found a dungeon. Here we go. So you can fly over it, it's just a lot of things look like this, honestly. But if we go down here, these things are so hidden. Neptune is such a pain trying to find a dungeon. But you can see the ground's all covered in for the most part. And then we have to slip down into here. There we go. Neptune dungeon. Most terrible dungeon to find ever. Alright, so let's head on through this thing and go get our boss. Chances are, I don't know. I know last time that I was here, John Cena... Oh, I actually took damage from that. Huh. So this isn't quite as strong as the VCO, I don't think. Oh, nope, it's a snowman. I think I can just go in there and punch him to death, actually. Yeah, there we go. 3 hits. GG Eviscerator, right? Oh my gosh. Hours of searching. I don't know if it's really hours, but I have spent a while between... Are you serious? There we go. Okay. It's just hidden. They're like, oh, why don't you turn around? There's not a treasure chest here. Alright. Tier 8 rocket. Yeah. And the rest of that stuff can just stay. Alright. So we got our rocket ship. I am going to go ahead and mark this spot. Let me go back to the entrance, though. Just since Neptune is such a pain to find dungeons, if I find a need for Neptune dungeon bricks, I'm going to mark it so I know where to come back to in the event of that. It was actually a really short dungeon, too. So... Okay. We're going to mark it as dungeon. And let's head on back to the overworld. And I believe to make our tier 8 rocket. Let's see. I think we're going to need zinc. Just a whole bunch of compressed zinc. And then the tier 7 plates. Okay. Okay, well I'll tell you what. I've got to do a bunch of mining. I've got to get a lot of plates and stuff. And I've got to, of course, go to all the different planets and get a bunch of stuff. So right now, instead, I'd like to start working towards the rest of the stuff for the neutron collector. In the next episode, we can pick back up on space. It shouldn't be too bad if I get all the stuff mined that we need. It should be pretty smooth to go tier 8, tier 9 rocket. Okay? And then go to E-Risk, get our dark iron. I don't imagine... Yeah, there's no other way to get that. Now wait, how does this make any sense at all? 9 blocks of dark iron make 9 dark iron ingots. And 9 dark iron ingots make a block of dark iron. No sense made whatsoever. Okay. Anyways, but I'd like to get the rest of the stuff together that we need for our neutron collector. First up, we'll start with the easier stuff, the crystal matrix ingots. I've already got those crafted. So these just go in the corners. There, correct. Neutron collector. And really, I can't spell. To get into avaritia, this is going to be the first thing that we need to focus on making is the neutron collector. I'm kind of torn between, getting soul grinding up, getting neutron collection going, and going through space at this point. Of course that ties into this, but and also starting Project E. But I think the first thing that we should focus on is getting our neutron collector. So, okay, we've got that. The compressed dark iron, that's going to have to wait. Plutonium, that's not a problem. We should have that. And we only need like 2 pieces. It's not anything at all. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave that up. I'm going to set this, for right now, I'm going to set this to just auto search. Okay. No. There we go. So the solar neutron activator, this takes HDPE sheets. Most of the stuff, very, very easy to get. I'm going to go ahead and order, let's see, the HDPE sheets. We're going to need HDPE pellets in the enrichment chamber. That's made in the PRC. Okay. So let's make our PRC. And actually, we should have a quest here to do that. The pressurized reaction chamber. Okay, so this takes a couple advanced PCBs. All the rest of the stuff very, very easy. I should actually be able to order, I think, an enrichment chamber, right? Actually, we've got enrichment chambers. So the advanced PCB, that's printed circuit boards, compressed iron, yellow plastic, redstone alloy. Let me go ahead and order 2 printed circuit boards. And we'll get our 8 yellow plastic. We're going to get 8 compressed iron and 8 redstone alloy. There's 1 printed circuit board. It's actually finishing up the other one right now. There it goes. And there we go. Okay, so we've got our stuff that we need for the PCBs. And this is actually the final, I think the final mechanism quest line. And I think advanced PCB is what should be in that right now. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So now we should be able to get our pressurized reaction chamber. The only thing that we are currently missing is basic gas tanks. Aha! Could it be any easier? Like, I would continue with space, but honestly, looking for that Neptune dungeon pretty much took all my space, all the space out of me, basically. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab our reward bag, greater bag. A Zavicio helmet with water breathing. I was like, watch it give me, it was like Zavicio boots with no infusion or something after all of that mess. Alright, so pressurized reaction chamber. Awesome. So now to get our HDPE pellets, we are going to need to run oxygen and liquid ethylene. Aha. And liquid ethylene we are going to have to make inside of a chamber. I tell you what, I'm actually just going to leave that there. Honestly, if we just get like a drum of liquid ethylene for our purposes, that would be fine. Yeah, that'll be okay. And then let me get a gas tank. I'm pretty sure liquid ethylene, theoretically, it should be able to go into a... actually, I don't even really need that big of one. Let me just get a advanced gas tank. That's fine. Should only take a second to craft. Anyways, we're going to head on over to Mercury. And really, I don't know that we're going to need to automate this particularly. But basically what I need is I need just a couple tanks here. This one. And then I'm going to go ahead and order like one more. And what I actually want is a little bit of hydrogen and oxygen. Couldn't be easier, really. We're going to set that up right here. There we go. It's filled. It's already filled with oxygen. Go ahead and grab that. And then let's get our other tank. Oops. There we go. We're going to fill this one up with hydrogen. There we go. Could automate it, but I don't know that there's really much reason to automate it at the moment. So let's grab this. Got a bit of water in it. And the first thing that I'm going to want to do is... we're going for the HDPE pellets. We're going to have to make substrate, which is biofuel, hydrogen, and water. Makes substrate and also makes ethylene. Okay. So biofuel, very, very easy. We might already have some. I don't know for sure. No, we don't. Okay, well that's fine, because I can make it in the crusher, pretty much any kind of plant material. I think sugarcane works. Actually, I don't have that much sugarcane. Let's go with, instead, like, carrots. Okay. We'll just crush up like a stack of this, get some biofuel. There we go. And it's 4 pieces of biofuel per carrot. Very, very cheap. And then what we're going to want to do is let's set up, we're going to say, let me actually pull that up. I don't need this right this second. For the time being, I'll just set up this item fabricator right here. Okay. So, water right here. We're going to say side config. You can input dark red. And you need to push... Oh, fluids. There we go. Fluid yellow. There we go. It's getting water. Okay. And then what we need to do is pump in that, what was it, hydrogen? Then we're going to pump in the hydrogen from that side. And side config, gases, dark red. Okay. This just needs to be set up to output. Auto eject is on. There we go. It's got hydrogen now. And then what I'm going to do is get that biofuel that we got a ton of now. I'm going to throw that into there, get that running, and it's going to start producing ethylene. And I'm going to tell this, let's see, no, it's a gas right now. It needs to be turned into liquid ethylene. Output auto eject is on, and I'm going to need another tank. So we'll get like another advanced gas tank. Honestly, I may end up making another one of these and not really automating it, but have it at least like semi-automated so I can dump all the stuff. Like one of them's always going to have water and hydrogen pumped into it. But I don't know. I don't really know if there's much need for that. About to check it, actually. Actually, while that tank's crafting, we're also going to need a rotary condensator. So, or condensator. So let's get that. What am I missing at the moment? A basic fluid tank. I don't want to give you that tank. And then an energy tablet. Okay, and we're going to set our rotary condensator down like right there. It's going to pull in that liquid ethylene, or that ethylene, create liquid ethylene for us. And then, let's see, this, I'm going to dump more. I mean, really, how much liquid ethylene do I need for HDPE? Basically, HDPE is like plastic. I did look through all the recipes that you can use it for. Honestly, it's mainly, I mean, there's a couple things here that use like a couple pieces, you know, and it's very minimal. Like this is something that we would only ever craft one of these. Okay. And for the most part, the rest of the stuff is all just plastics that we're not going to use. Solar neutron activator being the only thing with any kind of cost. We will need a few of these, but it's actually not that bad. So, 3 HDP pellets makes 1 sheet. And to get this, it's substrate, oxygen, liquid ethylene. It doesn't say exactly how much. But it does give you back oxygen. So, alright. Now, I'll tell you what, I think I'll throw another stack of biofuel in there, run through a little bit more of this. I'm going to let this run for just a moment, and while we're waiting, there's other things that we need for our neutron collector. 4 diamond etched computational matrices. So, I figure we can start this today, and then we can finish it in the next episode, and actually start getting neutron reflectors. I'm actually kind of curious. I'll look here in a second if they have an EMC value. There it is. Diamond etched computational matrices. These take burnt quartz, ender diamonds, and computers. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to need like 4 of these. And then I think for burnt quartz, isn't it just quartz blocks cooked? I believe it is. So there we go. There is 4 of those. And we'll go ahead and put those into the slots on this. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. And actually, I think it would probably be quicker to use this to pull it up, wouldn't it? Neutron collector. Okay. We're also going to need some blocks of elven quartz. Not really a big deal. Signal and large plates. We're going to need 3 of those. Okay. That one is actually fairly simple to do. Oh no. No, don't dump these things. There's one plate. Okay, and let's take a look here. Compressed dark iron. I mean, we've got the, let's see, the HOP graphite. Don't we have HOP graphite dust? I think. I'll have to check. HOP. No, I do not. Okay. So HOP graphite dust. It's 8 coke dust through an industrial squeezer. The only problem is I haven't really been running that coke oven because we haven't been making steel, and that's going to be, well, I've got it, so it's not really a problem. Since we only need 1 ingot, I am going to have to get those coke ovens set up because we're probably going to need more HOP graphite in the foreseeable future. Okay, it has to be through the crusher. Ho-ho. Okay. Interesting. Well, we don't really have time this episode to get into that. I think what we're probably going to end up doing next episode is finishing out space, doing the crusher, like setting that up. And then also, yeah, mainly just stuff towards this, I think. We'll see. Dark clouds. Those is lightning strikes. Do those just naturally spawn in this pack? Because there are no clouds here. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and put these in. There's our signal plates. The dark clouds, actually, I was just thinking, and I believe those spawn in the end, don't they? As well. I know they can spawn in the overworld, but clouds don't spawn here. But I think they will spawn in the end. So, yep, dark clouds. Let me get, I should have a ring of magnetism, right? Or do I not have one? I think I used to have one, and then I lost it. And okay, that's fine. I'll just get it this way. This is actually, like, probably one of the easiest parts of this, I think. Is getting all this dark cloud. Okay. I got a stack of it. That's plenty, honestly. And that's going to be a big, really big chunk of what we need for this knocked out. I mean, that's the majority of the craft, is that. Let's see. So the dark clouds, they pretty much go like, let's see, bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Like that. Yes. Okay. And then our conductive iron blocks. That's actually very, very easy. How many of those do we need? Just 4. And then 4 crystallized redstone as well. And then we also need 1 vibrantium, which if you recall, we made one of these forever ago when we automated that recipe. So, there's that. The crystallized redstone goes there. And then the conductive iron blocks there. And then honestly, I mean, we need like 12 flux crystal blocks. That's just flux crystals, which is diamonds ran through with destabilized redstone. Honestly, don't I have destab? Yep, redstone right there. And it's actually plugged up to the system. Then what we could do is, let's see. I'll tell you what I'm probably going to do is just set up a temporary thing, make a bunch of these. It's not really a big deal. Let me get a fluid export bus. Okay, and then I'm also going to want, let's get a few stacks of diamonds. So we'll go with 6 stacks, and let me get a hopper. This is just a very temporary setup, but really I don't think I need a ton of these. I think I'll use them a little bit. But honest, I don't think I need just an absolute ton of them. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually just going to set it up like right here. Yeah, just right here temporarily. Basically, I just want to pump the fluids in. And we're going to say that you pull in from the back. And then you also pull in from the side. We're going to put, let's see, put the fluid export bus right here. Let me get a bucket of that destabilized redstone so I can set that. Go. And we're also going to put a hopper on this. Say, there's 6 stacks of diamonds. And then this is red smart cable. And there we go. Now it's pumping in destabilized redstone, creating flux crystals, and then what I can do is, let me just grab some conduits. That way these will be done by next episode. Let me disconnect that line. I'll say that you can output from the bottom. Extract's always active. There's a chest. Insert it. There we go. Flux crystals. Okay. And actually, I think there was a quest a while back for a flux crystal, right? Yes, get 6 flux crystals. Well, guess what? That quest is done. We're going to go ahead and grab that reward bag. Okay. It is a good bag, and we got all 3 horse armors. Okay. Now let's take one more look, because I know it's about wrapping up point, but once those are done, we're going to have all this done. Honestly, I can get these Elven quartz. Will only take a second. The majority of the things that we need, HLP graphite from the crusher, we need dark iron from space, and we'll need to get our solar neutron activator, which we'll finish that up next episode, because it's really the HDPE sheet, HDPE pellets. All we got to do is run that liquid ethylene through with oxygen in the PRC with substrate, and pow, get our HDPE. So honestly, it probably won't take the entire next episode to get our first solar neutron activator, or not solar neutron activator, our first neutronium compressor collector. Neutronium compressor comes a little bit later on. This actually takes neutrons, so for the most part it's not terribly expensive though looking at it, but it does take a bit of these neutrons. That's why I kind of want to get that up and going now. Realistically, we're going to want more than one of these. I don't know if these have like an EMC value. They do not. So what I'll probably do is try to get the rest of the stuff, because I don't think any of this stuff is that crazy that we've gathered thus far, and making those flux blocks. I might get enough of these to make a couple neutron collectors between episodes. I mean, the only thing that'll even take a minute is vibrantium, and that's just because I have to go get enticing crystals with villager souls. But I've actually still got a villager soul vial, I think. Yeah, so I may just make a spawner. Oh no, I couldn't make a spawner, that's right. That's okay, there's other ways I can do that. I don't know, or I may just go by the villager towns and get some. But we'll see. I mean, none of this stuff's that bad to make, and I have enough resources to make a couple of these if I wanted to, so. But anyways, I am going to end out the episode here. I know it was kind of just work leading into some things. We did get this nice set of armor, though, which is really cool. I do quite like it. I do quite like this armor. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And yeah, next episode, Crusher, solar neutron activator, and the HDP, all that stuff. We'll get all that stuff. We'll get our neutron collectors up and going, and then move forward. We may start moving towards the Philosopher's Stone, maybe. Or no, we need Demon Steel for that. We may get a setup going for that Demon Steel stuff, but or the soul automation would be nice for the Ender Dragon. So, but anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.